Well. We are back again.
You already know.
Literally, with Ken and Karl.
Literally.
And we have a guest with us today.
That's right. The man, the myth, the truth behind the hazy nut. My man, Q.
That's right.
What's up?
Welcome.
It's good to be here, guys. Everything looks awesome.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go into a little explanation. We're missing for a little bit. We stopped at episode 10.
For about a month and a half, we've been missing. Yeah.
Took a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
And this is why. So I had really wanted this from the start. And when I started collecting equipment, and we've kind of spoke about this on some of the earlier podcasts.
Yes.
We kind of jumped the gun just because we were getting a little excited, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, it was you. Was like, let's do another one. We'll record another one, Ken. Fuck it. What are you doing today? Well, okay. We're already doing your off. Okay, you're coming to my house. We're filming. That's it. I'm like, okay. Well, I guess I got gas money. I mean, what to expect?
No, I mean that's pretty accurate. So, we started doing them, and I really needed to get work done down here in my basement and get this project going. And I was spending so much time editing that I couldn't get any progress down here. So we took a little break. We do have 2 episodes in the bag, 11 and 12. So this will officially be episode 13. And we'll release those whenever the fuck I feel like releasing them.
Yeah, like pretty much when like he's like too busy, he'll be like, I'm gonna release one. So just letting you know that's how it happens. You know.
I mean, I am pretty busy.
Sure. We'll nod our head and agree. Yeah, but we'll agree exactly. I'm busy myself. No, I'm really not, but I just wanted to feel like that was important as well in that. So, pretty much.
So we brought Q in. I've mentioned Q a number of times. Friend of mine for a number of years. We work together currently, and so we've kind of talked about having you come in on the podcast, and then
yes,
it's been a long time coming. So you've been asking me for like weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to do this, man.
And then messed up your voice or something, and now you're all.
I was watching the Tyson fight. That's how I lost my voice. Yeah.
Man, yeah, God, that is something else.
And the commentary.
Snoop was sitting up there looking at my 2 uncles like they had a barbecue fight, and I was like, really? I said, this is true, you know. And then just every time that when Mike Tyson was getting ready to go into a combination, all of a sudden you just see Roy Jones just holding like, He's just trying to hold on. Mike said at one point, just let me go, let me fight. Let me fight. And Roy was, no, Mike, no, I will not let you do that. And I'm just like, man, this is a funny fight. And then between Nate Robinson and what's his name, Jake Paul, oh, that was priceless. That was funny.
So, I kind of had the disservice of knowing how everything ended before I got to see it because I was working that night. And so I kind of had some preconceived notions going into it. And it's funny when you don't have all the facts, how wrong you can be. So when I found out that the Tyson fight was a draw, I was like, man, that's some bullshit, and to an extent, I do kind of think it is. But I also recognize what Mike is trying to do.
Exactly.
And a little bit of what I think Mike did, which was kind of sell us on crazy Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
When he did the second Rogan appearance and he left there, and it's, that wasn't the same guy. They were kind of freaked out a little bit, right?
No, yeah.
But at the end of that fight, are you okay with a draw? Mike's like, yeah, I thought, it was a good fight. Dude, you won that fight. You won that fight.
He won the shit out of the fight.
And if you were the pitbull, the Kid Dynamite, you would have been like, this is some bullshit.
The pitbull almost came out. If you noticed right before the first time that Floyd went and Roy went and grabbed him, there was a point where he saw his opening. Rather than him reaching all the way back, he kind of paused and just drew in to go do a short uppercut. Like he just he paused. Like he knew he was like that was his moment, but he's so used to doing that, but he caught himself. And he was just like, you know what? And then, but like he said, he's like, I just wanted to go the distance. I just want to show everybody I'm a great fighter. You know, everybody knows I can knock somebody out. We know that. But, you know, I just wanted to go the distance this time. And I think Roy's a great fighter.
And that's definitely important. So I was looking at it thinking, you know, I think he kind of played it up a little bit to kind of get some hype. But ultimately, this is a Legends Only league. Mm-hmm. It's something that he wants to do, not just in boxing, but in different sports. Maybe have two classic tennis players meet up for a showdown, or you know, two amazing legends in basketball go one-on-one and do these for exhibition to raise money.
Right. Yeah.
So what better way to do that but to really get as much viewership as possible? If you know that you're going into a fight that's going to be a draw,
right,
or that's not going to be as competitive, you know, you're going to lose a bunch of viewership.
I agree.
But you see Mike Tyson, like crazy-eyed Mike Tyson, on a 3-hour podcast with Joe, where Joe feels like uncomfortable. Like you can see Joe is uncomfortable, like this table is not wide enough, right? So I think that does a lot for it. Now, so I'm thinking all these things knowing that it was a draw, but not having seen the fight. I will tell you something. I think it was a pretty legit fight. I don't think they were necessarily holding back anything. I think Roy was intimidated, as he should have been, because Mike looked really fast and tight.
Oh, man.
And he was hitting some really good body shots. And you even heard Roy talk about it afterwards. Like, you know,
it hurt.
He thought he had a 6-pack. He needs a 12-pack.
Yeah. Like,
right? So, but I think it's really important to kind of note that I think it was legit. I think, you know, the fact that they called it a draw, I think they were going to anyway.
Yeah, they're going to do it anyway.
Because you could clearly see that Mike owned every round of that.
When there was a point to let you know how in shape Mike Tyson really was. When Roy Jones got up there and he tried to throw a combination and Mike just literally went 1-2 under. And it was so smooth.
And deep.
And I was like
he was below the waist.
Yeah, he was so smooth with it. I was like, yo, that Mike Tyson let you know right there. Not the swinging. It let you know he still has it. And I was just like,
you could see he has already decided he's doing more fights.
Yeah, if you see those clips on the internet, him using his feet work, I saw that in that fight, and like that's Mike right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But the part that got me the most was at the end, the commentary walks up. He was like, "We were worried about you, Roy," blah, blah, like that. And Mike Tyson's like, "What about him? What about me? What about math?" And I was just like, I was dying laughing.
That was fucking
hysterical. That shit was so funny because he was like, "Nobody worried about my ass," or like that. You know, I ain't been fighting 13 years, and he been fighting 3. And I was just, "Now you ain't worried my ass." And it's just like pretty much after that, he said his piece, and it was like, you know, Roy, so are you gonna do this again? Well, first of all, shout out to Pensacola. Pensacola, like he said Pensacola so many times for any child out there that did not know where Pensacola was, they knew right then and there that, hey, it's in Florida, because he said it so many times. Like he was trying to, are you gonna do it again? Well, I got to check with my wife in Pensacola, and all my cousins in Pensacola. Like, just say no, say no. You don't want to do this shit no more. But Mike was like, yeah, he's gonna do it again.
Well, it seemed like, you know what it was? It seemed honestly like Mike was basically saying that I want him on a card again. Like, not necessarily to fight, but, you know, I'd like to see him compete. You know, we do other kind of cards, get, you know, Holyfield back in the mix. You know, I kind of felt like he was implying that.
I don't know about Holyfield.
And Roy was like, immediately like, No, I mean, I got to check with the folks, but that first reaction was, no, I'm not doing that shit again.
I'm telling his dad, he was like, I don't want no parts of this shit. I don't want no more parts of this shit. Mike, this shit hurt. I'm going home. I'm going right now. After I leave from here, I'm going to get on my knees and thank God I'm still alive. My life has changed. Yeah.
His body hurts so bad.
Yeah. And then, you know, like I said, you know, Roy Jones was old Jones in there, you know. That's why I say you don't send no man to fight a pit bull. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Oh man,
you gotta have an animal match an animal. But it was what it was.
So you had mentioned the Nate Robinson deal. Hold on a sec. I want to pull this up.
There's so many memes out there.
Man, I seen that. Like I don't know what he was thinking, but you don't run and lunge at anybody and just sit there and think you just lunge at somebody in the fight. That makes no sense. His stance, he had no stance. I don't know what he was thinking. Oh yeah. I don't know what he was thinking, but in general, like
I know what he was thinking. He didn't want to get hit. That's for sure.
And it was so funny, like you see him go now. I was like, Nate, no. I was like, you.
Okay, so I'm trying to get this to pull up, but I found Crime Faces on Instagram,
right?
And I'm gonna pull this back up. I don't know. Did your computer fall asleep? You didn't even notice. I thought you were going to turn that off.
Look here. Look here. No, it didn't fall asleep. It did not fall asleep. It just simply, there we go.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring it back to mine that you ruined that for us.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We had that wonderful set going.
Yeah.
No one's going to notice. No one's going to care. So, Crime Faces on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere.
Jesus.
So that was Nate.
Nick's colors? Oh, man. Yo, ref, my shit on straight. All right, I'm here already. Let's continue. And Jake is dancing on him. This is gonna get bad. Another one. Nate just keeps falling on his face.
Oh.
Yo, you told me this was a YouTube sensation. Calabasas, all the aspects of kicking ass. You fucking lied to me. Nobody's watching this, right? Just 800 mil, Nate. Outside of that, you're in the clear.
They're so
come on. And he catches him with a 3-piece bonsai. The like and subscribe ad-free. Bonsai.
Oh my God.
Talk about smash the like button, drugged him, and he skidded. He got ring rash. Look how he fell. Ding, ding, ding. That's not a notification bell. He died. Shit is shorts, and you can't play boxing. Come on, dog. You can't cross sports. My man said Nate's gonna win because he could jump out of gym. Yeah.
If you notice, Nate slid about 2 feet.
Oh, yeah.
He slid. He just like one of them ones, like, you know how you're a kid and you fall off the skateboard and you slide a little bit before you, like, you know, and then the pain sets in.
Oh, yeah. He was out.
That was Nate.
He was out.
That was Nate. It's just the fact of, like his career is over and anything he wants to do, he couldn't even donate to charity. Like, you need it more than we do. Like, he don't, like, seriously, like, he couldn't get, like, no work right now. Like, even right now, he could just go out there and try to cut his own grass and let Sir go back inside. It's just better off to let the grass grow.
Yeah.
Because you ain't good for nothing. Like, nothing. And then he just went out there and just tried to run. Like, that's just common sense. Everybody knows you don't run up against somebody in a fight. You don't run full-fledged. I don't know what was wrong with him. He was just, knees was all buckling and ashy and tried to run his ass over there, and he got his ass whooped. That's what happened. He got a reality check. I don't care how big you are, how, you know, for some reason they think all black people just, hey, we can fight, cool. But in general, I don't care. You don't do that to anybody. I don't underestimate anybody. You don't just run out full speed like that. Only time I run out full speed like that, hey, if it's something free. Otherwise than that, in a fight, shit. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not gonna run out nobody, especially what? Like, he ran at him like he was just like basically he undermined him. That's what he did. And he got a reality check. It was basically looking like he just got his ass beat by 8 Mile.
Well, I mean, you know, the difference is just because you're an athlete doesn't mean you're a fighter.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a totally different thing. And I've seen people that are, you know, horribly overweight, you know, look like they're just really slovenly, and dudes can throw a punch.
Butterbean had that hit though, that power though.
Right.
He would hit you.
Well, look at Foreman. Even later on.
Foreman
way out of weight when he came back and still won the title.
Way out of weight. Look, he just ate nothing but grilled cheese sandwiches.
But he knew how to fight.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So there's a huge difference to it. You know, Nate was amazing on the court.
Yes.
I mean, amazing on the court.
Yes.
So
it doesn't translate.
Let's remember him for that on the court.
Yeah.
But, you know, when he went down, he did not move for like at least a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was down.
You know,
and if you ever been knocked out before, when you get up, you don't know what the hell happened to you.
Right.
The funniest thing is, though, like, they let him lay there like it was a dead body, and he was making sure that, like, the police come up on the scene and make sure they could identify him, because he was just there. He was just out. Like, he was just like, yo, like, nobody gonna help me? Like, he laid there like Roy Jones did when he fought Tolliver. Like, he was there for a minute, like, I'm out.
Oh, yeah, he definitely had the canvas rash on his forehead.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah,
Yeah, that was a rough knockout. But you're dealing with a kid that's been in a fight before.
Yeah, he's
like in a boxing ring before.
Yeah, professional.
And well, he's not professional. But he's a YouTuber. But he's a YouTuber that physically had prepared himself to fight before.
Right.
And you don't know how you're going to act in a fight until you've actually taken one in the face.
But here's the thing. Regardless, if I've been watching boxing my whole life, watching it, or not only that, being trained by people to get me prepared for even just this charity event, I'm going to learn something to prepare me for this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I'm sorry. I don't exclude anybody. Like, you're an athlete, so you're gonna study anything you do, far as what you want to do and try to do.
Of course.
And the only thing he studied was the floor. That's what he did.
Yeah.
He studied the floor. I mean, and the thing about it is, Jake Paul predicted he was gonna knock him out in the first round, but he was wrong. He got him out in the second. But either way, he still knocked him out.
I thought it was funny that most of the internet was talking about how they didn't realize that Logan Paul and Jake Paul were different people.
I had no idea that he fought. I knew his brother fought, but it was Jake Paul. I didn't know.
Apparently, Logan Paul was in like some slap competition, like the Russian slap competition.
The slap competitions is the bomb. I mean, you got some people who sit up there and they just,
You and I have to do one of those one day.
The fuckery. So yeah, really. Like,
I actually paid to see that. Actually,
yeah, but no,
I'm gonna get the first slap and go.
I don't think he would do it. I would think he would like have me close my eyes and then he'd like, hey, hold on, I'm gonna hit you, and he'll get like Alicia to be right there to slap the mess out of me. I think he would do some shit like that.
Okay, now remember, you're the one that brought her up this time.
I think so, because I know how you think,
and I'm sure she would take that opportunity.
I know she would take the opportunity. I know she would, but guess what? Her ass ain't here. So anyway, but I overall think, like I said, it was still a great, it was great to see people come together like that and do something for a cause that was bigger than them, But at the same time, it did show like, hey, certain people that we always wanted to see again, and it brought back that old feel of just like getting up and knowing like, man, the fight's gonna come on, and you would go and sit down and get stuff ready. Because I remember back in the day when Tyson used to fight, and my dad would go and like, oh, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and he'd come back, the fight's over. Motherfucker, I done spent $100. This is some bullshit.
Do you know many people that happened to?
I'm telling you, my dad, what happened, boy? What happened? I'm like, he knocked him out. That's all.
And we're talking pre-DVR, all that shit. So unless you had a VHS tape in the recorder, man, you were fucked.
I'm telling you, my dad, it'd be school night. He'd call and he'd be at work. What you doing, boy? I'm about to have sleep. Press record. Go press record. And after that, now go to sleep. I don't know why you up. That's him. That's how he played me, But in general, I mean, like I said, it was good to have that feel again, like, because people, misunderstand like these people as far as in the idea of it's not just boxing. It's just a moment in your life where you sit down with people, friends, you gather around and you talk, and someone always falls out drunk, stuff like that. It always brings back memories.
Yeah, I love what Ice Cube is doing with his league.
Oh yeah,
NBA
like a 3-on-3.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. So while we have Q here, I do want to mention that Q is the official sponsor.
That's right.
The Hazy Nut, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know if we started out with that. We just talked about the fact that you are our friend, and but you are also the master roaster and CEO of the Hazy Nut.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I started about a year ago, and it all started with me just roasting other people's coffee. But then I started, let me roast my own coffee and see how that works. So I'm roasting my coffee. I'm like, oh yeah, this tastes good. So I'm working with my coffee beans, and if I roast it a little bit longer, I'm getting little sweet notes and citrus notes. I'm like, hey, this is working out for me. So I didn't turn back ever since. Like I love roasting coffee. When growing up, I never had a passion for anything, but my wife just came up to me. You drink a lot of coffee. I drink like 3-4 cups a day. So she said, why don't you, roast coffee? I said, okay, I'll do that. And then it just really kicked in. Like, this is all I want to do right now is just roast coffee.
3 or 4 cups a day.
3 or 4 cups.
That's child's play to him. He's like, you bullshitting.
So that's 4 cups. I've had 2 of those already this morning.
I told you.
I'm on my 3rd.
So how many more after this?
I'll probably chill and then have some decaf before or after dinner.
There you go.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm a night drinker. I actually drink coffee before I go to sleep.
And I'm the same. And normally the caffeine doesn't affect me too bad.
Fucking coffee heads.
Well, we have vices.
I understand. I mean, whatever you want to do in life, if that's what you want to do is just, sit around and drink coffee. That's your life. I'm just saying, y'all are coffee heads. That's all.
So I took the liberty of doing a little something for Q. And come on, what are you doing? Get out of here. Apparently I'm like Bill Burr with a laptop.
Hey,
fucking useless.
It happens,
All right, you guys ready?
We've seen the commercial. What's this?
Hi, I'm Karl from Literally with Ken and Karl. It's a podcast, and if you've never heard of us, that's okay. Nobody has. But I'm here to tell you about a fantastic coffee, the Hazy Nut. My friend Q, who is a little bit crazy, roasts the beans per order. Folks, this is really special. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the major brands use roaches or baby feces or anthrax in their coffee, but I know Q doesn't. Now, when I tell you Q is crazy, it's only that he's really particular about how he likes his coffee. He likes 127 degrees, not 126, not 128. If it's not right, he just won't drink it. Folks, that's the kind of guy that you want to buy coffee from. Somebody that's that particular, that cares that much. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do it. I certainly don't. But he does. And because he does, he puts that same care into roasting the beans that he selects for you. Folks, go to thehazynut.com, use the promo code LITERALLY, and you can save $6.49 off of your entire order. Folks, check him out, The Hazy Nut on Instagram and thehazynut.com. It's a great coffee.
Oh, man, that is awesome.
That's great.
I like to point out, if you want the best coffee, that's how you make it. Okay? let me reiterate that.
I like to point out that Karl had on a Cosby sweater, and that shit right there will not be ignored. I'm putting it out there, people. You can rewind it. You can zoom in on it. That was a Cosby sweater. Duh.
Put a little something in your drink.
Then you have the hazy nut and you drink it, and the next thing you know, you pop a little pill, put it in there, and you hand it to the girl or Camille, and you sit there and let her fall out. Then she wakes up sore. Duh. I'm just saying. But no, y'all need to drink the hazy nut. Like I said, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I know from the response of people that drink this, they love it. And I think honestly, trust me, if he's drinks his own stuff, so that means guess what? He believes in his product.
It's good.
And at the end of the day, if someone can drink their own product in front of you, I think you should try it too.
I just don't know that, I don't know that people really can appreciate until you try a really fresh roasted coffee. They're people that are really kind of into their coffee, and they'll go to special places that are going to fresh roast it for them and stuff like that. Right. They understand. But your average coffee drinker is going to go, oh, well, I drink Folgers. Sorry, as I throw up in my mouth a little bit. It's not good coffee. It's inexpensive coffee. It's easy to mass produce coffee.
Right.
And as the disclaimer said, I am in no way saying that they use any of those products like roaches, anthrax, or baby feces in their coffee.
Jesus.
But I feel like if people try a coffee that's actually fresh roasted and freshly ground, instantly it's like it's so much more alive than a regular cup of coffee, even if you brew it poorly, as I do. So, you know, I highly recommend it. It's really great. You know, I have 3 that I'll generally order from your site, which is the Hazy Original, the Prairie Dog, and then the Black Sheep, which is here on the table. But yeah, I mean, they're just outstanding.
I know you have your different coffee drinkers. Some people like it, you know, with cream and sugar. Some people like it black. I make my coffee to what time it is. Morning cup, you use your Prairie Dog. Your afternoon, you go from one job to the next job. You're gonna use your Desert Fox. Your late night, you know, enjoying your scenery, watching the rain. That's gonna be basically your Black Sheep.
Oh, so the Black Sheep. That's what you call it to get it going. All right. There's a little bit more in that coffee. Gets the Black Sheep. You already know.
So yeah, I'll post that and make the commercial available. I just thought it was fun to do. I actually did that at like midnight last night when I got home from work, and then edited it all.
I say it was awesome. It was an awesome commercial because of the fact of, once again, you know, you did it and you didn't hold back, and you put the family, like I said, the family sweater on, and you know, just make you feel like it's all comfy this time of year.
It was
great.
I wanted that kind of cozy feeling of a nice warm cup of coffee. And
you look like an honest asshole this time around on there.
Yeah,
you really do.
Not like the dishonest asshole.
No, not the dishonest, not
like.
the everyday, not now, not like right now. Yeah, but you look like an honest asshole, like a family man asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you actually do, like actually piss your wife off from time to time. You do.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are not going to get this kind of content. It's totally unscripted, guys.
I'm just saying. But yeah,
I learned firsthand at work. This is how these guys are day in and day out. I'm telling you, a lot of people can't do this.
No.
Even like your favorite comedians can't do this.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw that at the, you know, during the whole pandemic. You know, your audience really basically has the just show the atmosphere of, you know, of the comedian pretty much. So if the comedian, you know, people are laughing, everybody else is laughing. That's what helps the comedian.
I found it interesting how comedians found different avenues to kind of continue to be creative. So podcasting was a huge one,
right?
And you know, obviously, a lot of comedians have their own podcasts and sometimes multiple ones. It's funny, when we were deciding to do this, I thought, well, there's like 900,000 podcasts that exist. Now, I don't know how many of them are still existing, because a lot of podcasts die off after 8 episodes. You know, you've got a lot of podcasts that are out there that are limited series podcasts, things like that. But still, 900,000 podcasts is a lot of fucking podcasts.
Right.
We're like well into the millions right now. Like there's especially because of the pandemic, so many people have started podcasts. And the cool thing is, in any other industry, you'd say, well, that's daunting. It makes it impossible for us to get any traction. It doesn't fucking matter, because, you know, we're not beholden to anybody. I built this. So
yes, right. He did build it. He did. I just admired, and then I'd be like, it's cool. And it's cool. That's all, Ken. It's to be fucking great. It's to be awesome. Yeah.
This is.
It is. It really is. This. I mean, really, this whole new set is totally awesome. Oh, I didn't even know it's Chewbacca over there.
Yeah, with the Falcon.
And the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, and then Obi's lightsabers up top there.
Of course, the picture of my man Yoda. You know,
that's right.
Yoda, I am.
Yeah, so I really had a lot of fun kind of playing around with the backdrop and doing stuff. My niece, my niece daughter, really helped me build this out. Erica did a ton of work down here as well.
Oh yeah.
So it was really great, because now when I hang out down here, I think about them helping me build this and putting all this together, and it was probably one of the most fun projects I've ever done.
I believe that they're gonna tell me that they did most of the work and all you did was just hang the cords.
Oh, I'm a bastard.
I believe
yeah.
it. I believe it.
Yeah. But there again, like, you know, doing this really gave me some time to really think about like a lot of the little things and you know, the wiring management and all that kind of stuff. So it was really fun to do. You can walk through here if you guys could see. I got my drum set up right over here, and I got guitars on the wall, and you know, but you don't have any wiring going through the middle of the floor. Everything's nice and clean and organized.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
Yeah, so you know, I'm really, really excited about it. So, you know, we can sit here and we can do as many of these as we want, and it doesn't matter if anybody's watching or not. We have 85 subscribers.
I wouldn't have said it.
You know,
somebody's watching.
You know, we had 86, and then someone was like, "Man, fuck these people! I'm not waiting."
We had 86. We did. Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. I tried to find out, not for hateful reasons, but just because I admired the fact that he was like, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't need any more of that crap.
Hey, it is what it is. Like I said, really, that's one thing people don't understand. I think when you get into any kind of form of entertainment. The first rule you have to say to yourself and understand, everybody's not gonna like you.
Haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love.
Yeah, but
I don't really want none of the above. I'm gonna piss on you.
And that's what they did by unsubscribing. They pissed on it. They said piss on them and unsubscribe. That's what the fuck they did. We thank you. We thank you. We appreciate it. And whatever.
That's legit.
And may you slip and fall in the store and no one see you and the camera is not on and you get no money.
Hell, the worst things happen to you and yours.
I'm telling you. Okay, fuck that. Man, I'm telling you. Like really,
hey.
I'm telling you. That's what it is. It's cool though. It's cool. But you know, hey, it happens. People don't like everything I say, and I say it anyway.
Yeah.
Especially, you know me. I know I just simply say something and people give me a negative reply. I don't know why. You know, I really don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
We should all love each other.
That's right.
No,
we should.
So what you got there, man?
Oh, cigar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually dropped a couple coins on this. It's a I can't even read that.
The Stogie.
It's an anniversary edition. I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, it was it's beautiful. It's tasty. I'm thinking about smoking a second cigar, which I purchased just in case.
Yeah, that's his thing. Like you know, people don't see the initial like what we do beforehand and stuff. Like that's what he does, like to get himself going, and he'll sit down and be like, okay, I'm ready now, and then I'll be yelling out like dumb shit, and that's what I do.
Yes.
Just to get
before the audio rolls, the cameras pick up all kinds of weird shit.
All kinds of weird shit.
I'm collecting it all on a reel that I'm going to put out later.
No, man.
Called We're Gonna Get Ken Canceled.
I'm telling you. You like, what the fuck? Yeah, they go hear some shit like, oh my God. My parents are not going to claim me. This is true. They like, nah,
I kind of thought that already happened.
Oh, I mean, pretty much. I found out it was an accident. So, I mean, you know, it happened. You know, my dad was like, shit, I was on that yak that night, son. Shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Explains a lot, you know. Now,
is your sister older or younger than you?
I'm the baby.
You're the baby.
Yes.
Okay. Out of how many?
All together.
All together?
No, all together. No.
Are we talking like a many branch tree here?
There's really, honestly, 4 of us all together. But like I said, it's like mostly it's me and my other 2 sisters. Like I have a brother I don't know. So yeah, but in general, yeah. But I'm not gonna say the most sane person.
So they thought they were done.
You know,
and then you came along and fucked things up for them.
Pretty much. My young sister dropped me on the head when I was like young. So like
on purpose.
I think so. And then like she was like young herself and went in and told my dad like, oh, he bite his finger, and my dad was like, fuck, he didn't. So, but either way, that's another story for another day.
Nice.
Trust me, we'll have that story. She'll tell it.
So something's been driving me crazy. Hang on a sec.
Mm-hmm. What's been driving you crazy? Like, what's been going on? Huh? Really? That's just sitting there bothering you, huh?
just because the whole time I couldn't tell if it was actually recording still.
I got you. I understand.
And I thought, I'm going to go through this whole thing and have no fucking single shot of me. And I mean, what's better than a single shot of me? Because I look delicious.
You make that face again, the police are going to kick down his door and arrest you for being a sex offender. Don't do that shit no more, okay? I don't know. No, don't do that neither, okay?
Kim.
Don't you do that, okay?
You're looking so spicy in that t-shirt. Show everybody what your shirt says.
It says, you know what the shirt says? Talk to me, Goose. Not Carl. Goose. Talk to me right fucking now.
I got your Goose right here.
Yeah. You know, if you do that with your wife, she might put you out. In fact, don't do that at all.
No, she would die laughing. Actually, in watching this, she will.
Yeah, she's probably going to be like, you know what? I'm going to lock him in the bathroom. Don't come out. Ever. That's it. And I was like, if I were her, and I would eat all the good food while you're in there and locked in there. Or make her do some shit from Misery to you. Because that needs to happen. I think so.
Break my shins.
Break your shins, yeah. But that face you just made.
Give me the old James Caan.
I'm telling you, you need to learn. I think so.
You know, we watched the program the other night because Eric and I were just kind of dying to watch a football movie, right?
It's one of the best football movies.
And it is such a great one. And James Caan is fantastic in that. But the reason I bring it up is there's a scene where Omar Epps is running up the sideline.
Right.
And you see James Caan running up the sideline behind him all excited.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think it was a back injury or something. Mm-hmm. But James Caan used to be like really fit when he was younger. Like that was a solid, good looking dude, right?
Yeah, I agree.
But he's got kind of like a weird body shape. You know what I mean? Like and I think it was like a back injury, and I don't fucking know. I sound like an asshole right now, but that's me. So, but him running, fucking hysterical. We rewound it like 4 fucking times. That shit was awesome.
Dude, my dude on there is always gonna be, his real name is Andrew Bronowski, Latimer. That's my fucking dude. People understand Andrew Bronowski was mm-hmm. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He was him. But Latimer, that's my dude. That first string, place at the table. Like I love that.
So you like throwing women into coffee tables and shit?
He was like, "What are you gonna do? Just lead me on!" And threw the shit out of her.
I know you were having difficulty getting some dates and stuff, but I don't think that's the route you need to go, my friend.
My shit is though, the coach is sitting there. He was like, "We're gonna ring that Liberty Bell," and how does he respond? Ding, fucking dong. I was like, "That's my shit." Like I love that movie. That is so fucking funny because like when he goes and he finds out he's on first string, and he sits there. And he's just like, oh my God. Like, I found out I'm first string. I'm placed at the table, blah, blah, blah. What does he do? He takes his head and smashes it into like a window. And he finds out like the other coach is like, tell Latimer that NAACP will be testing him before the game on Saturday. They didn't even assume. They knew he was on steroids. They already knew. They was just like, no.
Well, and the part where he's coming off the win.
Oh, man.
And he decided to juice again.
Yeah.
And, he made the stop. Mm-hmm. And then he was coming off the field, and coach just kind of stopped him, kind of gave him a look. Mm-hmm. And he just kind of bowed his head. Mm-hmm. And he knew. And you knew. Like, yeah, he's not coming back next year.
Yeah, it's unspoken.
Yeah. And then as they were going to scout, he was like, yeah, and I think we found a replacement for Latimer.
Yeah.
So... But yeah, I even told Erica when we were watching, I was like, I'm a Latimer you later. And she goes, what? And I said, I'm going to throw you into a coffee table.
Will it have prairie dog on it?
No, black sheep. It's black sheep time.
Oh, yeah, that's black sheep time right there.
That's black sheep time.
That is black sheep time. Jesus.
There was a scene in that movie that they took out, right?
The one where they was laying on the railroad tracks.
No, not the railroad tracks. Mm-hmm. It was the freeway.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay. But there was like people were killing like themselves like around that time the movie came out. Yeah.
I think there were 2 people that officially died before they pulled it. And yeah, because people were going out into the freeway and laying on the line markers.
Right.
Yeah, but you know how many people aren't paying attention and would be changing lanes right over your face? Like, how stupid. But yeah, people were doing it. So they took it out.
Yeah, man, you don't really get anything that great like that anymore in movies. The program is something that I recommend that you watch. I mean, it's a great.
There are a lot of really good football movies. Any Given Sunday, which
it's one of the most underrated movies too.
Which Andrew Bernowski was in as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. He popped up in a lot of those.
Yeah, he. I mean, he had the build. He fit. You know.
Now we'll leave Necessary Roughness out of the pack.
Oh man, come on, with Sinbad, come on now. Like we're gonna sit here and have this conversation like I don't remember that shit. My whole part was that and we're gonna party. That was my shit there.
Oh
and
my
what's
God,
her name?
Sinbad.
And she was the field goal kicker. She was
Kathy Ireland.
Oh God, man.
She was pretty hot.
Oh man, yeah. She made some money back in her day. She was the shit. She was the shit. She still is the shit. I don't know how she looks now, but you know, I would do it because of what she was. You know,
I highly doubt she got ugly.
Now, look here. Some people do. Some people don't take care of themselves after that. Like they get all that fame and then they'll get that money, and then you know, cocaine's the friend, and the next thing you know, they look like shit. You know, or like think about it. She could fuck around and be on all that shit, and she look just like Yoda. Like now, like just all fucked up and shit, and be trying to sit there and look cute. Hello, I am. Like, no. What happened? What happened? Like, where go bring Kathy Ireland back. I am Kathy. Kathy, I am. See, up under my dress, legs I have. Like, no. Like, no one wants to see that shit. But still, I'm saying, Hollywood, you gotta take care of yourself, and you always be remembered for who you were, you know?
Yeah.
Think about it. That's what it is.
So, you mentioned Yoda. Have you, either of you been watching The Mandalorian?
I have watched the first episode, but after that, I watched the second episode because that second episode it threw me when I found out it was John Leguizamo playing the freaking one of the creatures in there that got caught. Like I was like, okay, and then like I just didn't watch because one of my friends had got like COVID, and I was like, you didn't tell anybody, and. Which I wasn't around that long, but I went to go get tested anyway. And I knew I was negative because I had nothing. I don't feel anything, nothing. I just went and said, oh, you're negative. I said, okay, thank you. And I told him, stay away from me. I don't like you. Stay away from me for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever. You know, if you have a sandwich, eat alone. If you need a friend, talk to the wall. Talk to the air, talk to God. Don't come talking to me.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, but I did watch the last episode of The Mandalorian.
So, have you seen all of them?
Not all of them.
Oh, okay. But you just saw the last one.
Yeah, last one.
I had to catch
weird.
up.
Yeah, when I open my book, I read backwards.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You go to the last chapter, read it,
and I go backwards.
Okay, now I got the gist of this thing. Yeah. Let's dig back deeper.
I look at the
need
pictures.
some answers.
So I like
nothing
else.
else.
To be right in the end of it and just figure out how to happen.
Well, it's I would have to say that not only did they really pick up right where they left off quality wise, for me, I think the episodes have gotten a little bit better. And I loved the first season. I thought it was fantastic. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau out of the park. I mean, they've just crushed this thing.
Shout out to Gutter.
But I just feel like they're really kind of moving in a direction, and I don't want to spoil too much, only because you haven't seen it and you haven't really seen much of the second season. It's really incorporating some cool elements from the past in this season. You get to see Boba Fett's armor, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
when they gonna put my boy in there though?
Who? Palp?
Yeah, it was a Jedi.
So this is this takes place after Return of the Jedi, yes. Several years, right? Okay. But this is obviously before 7, 8, and 9.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, Palpatine exists.
That's right.
And in The Mandalorian, the Empire is still there. It's just kind of reforming and going through whatever the transition would be before they get to the Knights of Ren and all of that, right? And even then, we don't know what direction that's going in, because we've heard rumors that possibly they're going to reset and do a new 7, 8, 9. I don't know how true that is. I'm not even really sure whether I would want that or not.
So how does the Black Saber play a role in the Knights of Ren?
The Darksaber didn't, not in the Knights of Ren. But what you get is a little bit of backstory. So Dave Filoni was the creator of Clone Wars. And Clone Wars was an animated series that came on, and it was supposed to bridge the gap between the movie Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Because there was some time in between, obviously, the first movie and Attack of the Clones, and then, Anakin grows up considerably, and then another gap in time.
A 3-year gap?
It was a little longer than that, but yeah, something like that, between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And there was the succession of it is really weird. They did a 1-season kind of limited series called The Clone Wars, and it filled that whole gap. Okay. But it was so successful that they went in to do a season 2, but they couldn't go outside of Revenge of the Sith because the Clone Wars ended. So what they did was they went back in between episodes 1 and 2 or whatever, and they filled in some gaps there, and then filled in. So it's really awkward to watch at first. I think season 3, halfway through or something, you start to get to where all that other stuff has happened and they're leading into other stuff. But it's still worth a watch. And if you Google it, it'll actually tell you chronologically which episodes to watch to get you through it so it makes the most sense.
Okay.
But I didn't even realize it when I was watching until I hit season 2, and I was like, wait, this character died. Why am I seeing an episode with that character? And then realized that was back here in the timeline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it became really, really popular. There were certain characters that were created. Ahsoka Tano is one of them. It was Anakin's apprentice. So he was charged with a Padawan. And much like Obi-Wan was charged with Anakin before he became a master, right? And they created this character that was a little bit annoying in the first season, but became like hugely loved by fans. And I totally see why. She was a great character. She was really, really well developed. The woman that played her voice did a fantastic job with it. And so you had a lot of different characters that would show up in that series, like Darth Maul came back. And the whole reason Darth Maul is still alive is because of the Clone Wars. Because as far as the 3 movies went, he died in the first movie, The Phantom Menace, and that was it.
Right.
But Dave Filoni brought him back and then allowed him to be in Solo and all these other, projects and stuff, because he revived a character that people were really pissed off that died off so early, right? So after the Clone Wars, he does another series called Rebels. And Rebels takes place in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. And it's about 5 or 6 years after Order 66 happens, and Vader's sent out with his Inquisitors to kill all Jedi. And it's about a Force-sensitive kid named Ezra Bridger who runs into this band of rebels. One of them being Ken and Karl, who is a Jedi, but I don't believe he had at the time acquired the Jedi Master, because during Order 66, his master had sacrificed himself so he would live.
Right.
And that series was fantastic. Again, Dave Filoni just really gets Star Wars, gets the feel, gets the writing. Ahsoka turns up in that series as well as some other characters and things like this. And they cross a lot of this stuff and fill a lot of these really cool bridges in between these different things. And so when he took over The Mandalorian, now it's just after Return of the Jedi, before this new. And Jon Favreau working with Dave Filoni is getting this great kind of gap filler that so works on its own like those other two did.
Definitely gotta watch it.
Man, I just like pontificated like a damn. Sorry.
Yeah, they I mean, it's no problem. I mean, we have. Yeah.
I'm a chatty Cathy.
Yeah. All because of the haziness. Yeah, man, but that's like definitely got to catch up on that. But
it's really, I mean, if you talk to most Star Wars fans that are divided on all 9 of the movies, because you've got strong opinions about all of them,
right?
Unanimously, most of them agree that the Clone Wars and Rebels were outstanding, and Mandalorian is just as great.
That's what I hear you.
You know what I mean? So
Mandalorian is the shit.
You're talking about if you can keep something so true to Star Wars that new and old fans are all about it, then you know who needs to start making any of the movies from this point forward.
Of course.
And you know, as much as I would like something different for 7, 8, 9, I'm totally fine with them being what they are. The story's ended there.
Yeah.
Give me something completely new. Give me a Mandalorian type movie series. Not necessarily about Mandalorian, but what I'm saying is pick a new character in a time period, regardless of where that is. You want to go back Old Republic. You want to go, you know, future, way past what's gone. It doesn't matter. I don't care. But give me more original Star Wars content and let them be at the head of it. And sign me up.
Absolutely.
I agree with it. I say give me a Mandalorian video game. Yeah, give me that.
I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah, it's gotta be, man. I mean, like I said, people are into this. Why not give them the game as well? Let them feel that full experience as being a Mandalorian, playing the game, open world, something like that. And then of course, you know, everybody wants to fly. So, you know, got to do that. You know.
Oh, the jetpack. Oh, they're so much fun.
Got to, you know. But that's what I would do, in my opinion. So, but yeah. But it's been a while since we've been up here. We haven't really, like, chatted like we wanted to about the things of the world, you know, that can't be ignored.
Yeah. Obvious.
You know,
the obvious.
You know, the president is on his way out and the new president-elect is on his way in, and I honestly feel about it like we're leaving the world of shit to stay in the world of shit. That's how I feel about it.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's how I feel about it.
So what, and I know I'm wearing a Canada shirt, and I technically can't vote in this country.
Yeah.
But if I could, I will say this. If you talk to most people, most people aren't hardcore one side or the other, right?
Right.
Now, it seems online that you have a lot of radicals left and right. But I would say that the avenue, and I haven't had a chance to watch Social Disorder yet, the online documentary or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I know I fucked up the name of that too, but whatever it was called.
Yeah, but you know it.
So I feel like because of algorithms and the way it kind of traps people into these boxes and you get fed certain information, I think it's just kind of bred people to be very defensive and very myopic in their opinion. Mm-hmm. But one-on-one, when you're just sitting down talking to somebody and you say, you know, how do you feel about, you know, social things like, you know, crime and drugs and things like that? And most people are going to go, you know, I'm a little more on the liberal side. I'm a little, you know what I mean? Financially. Well, yeah, I want to save. I want to be a little more fiscally conservative.
Right.
Right? Okay, so most people would pretty much describe themselves as libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we have a two-party system. We don't have a two-party system.
No.
We have a two-party dominated system, but it's not a two-party system. You could have voted for Kanye. If everybody in this country voted for Kanye, Kanye would have been the president.
Yeah.
That's just how that goes.
If the voting works, yeah.
That's it, but there again, you know, I know a lot of the Trump side and the right were talking about voter fraud. There's voter fraud in every election. There's always dead people that died in 1872 that vote. It happens in every election.
Still can't be those Florida ballots.
But I mean, you know, so like it happens. To be on such a scale that it massively affects an election would have to be something that I think would have to come from a really high source and have to be really organized to have a big effect. Now,
right.
That's not, I don't know. I don't know if it was rigged. I don't know if elections have been rigged in the past. I don't know if the Illuminati exists. I don't really care. I just know that if everybody went out and voted Libertarian, you'd probably have a Libertarian president.
Yeah.
And things like drugs would probably be legal, and people wouldn't be locked up for some of the stupidest shit ever, and the government wouldn't be mismanaging as much of our money, and that's kind of a good thing, right?
I just think that it just came down to the point to where, you know, people were just tired of certain things that Trump was doing. And it just came to the point that they said, you know, like, you have to go. You know, I mean,
and I totally get that.
I think that's what.
But
that's
again,
the main thing.
we continue to go, well, I hate this terrible candidate, so I'm going to go with this other terrible candidate instead.
But it's true, both true. This, I'm telling you, this time around, there's no one higher than the other. Like I said, to me, they're all on the same shitty boat. I just feel that, you know, I mean, regardless, we gave Trump a chance. We got to give Biden a chance. You know, I mean, and that's just where I'm at now. Don't get me wrong. If this Quaker Oats looking motherfucker fucks up, God damn it, get his ass out too.
I mean,
you know, that's how I feel.
Yeah, but what is the administration going to say? You know, things are not working out. They're going to blame the last administration.
That's
right.
politics in the same sense that, you know, you're gonna say a lot of stuff to get in office, and it's not necessarily going to be true, and it's the right and the left.
Yeah.
Currently, it's, you know, I'm only going to raise taxes on people that make over $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
I promise you that January 30th, he's going to be talking about times are really tough. We had to shut down the economy again.
Yeah, it's coming.
We're going to need to, you know, I know what I said, but we're all going to get tax hikes. Severe tax hikes.
It's coming. It's coming.
And it's generally what the Democratic side does. Yeah. You know, they're, and I'm not going to go the extreme, they're socialists, but they are looking for a much more social agenda to take care of things. And I'm one of those people that I want everybody to be taken care of. I want everybody to have health care. My issue is I don't want the government controlling it because they're not responsible. They're not responsible fiscally. They're not responsible with any of these programs, because the program doesn't become fix this issue. It becomes, how do I keep this going so we keep getting paid? And that's whether it's homelessness, whether it's a war on drugs. You're never going to win a war on drugs.
No, it's not.
You're never going to win a war on drugs. Well, but what you are going to do is incarcerate a lot of people that you can use for slave labor.
But once again, even in that form of manner, we have to go back to, hey, it's never going to be, the war on drugs will never end because too many people behind the scenes making all the money.
But the war on AIDS, the war on breast cancer, the war on any of it.
Yeah.
If it's something that's run by the government, I promise you it's never going to get fixed.
It's never going to.
Because the government isn't there to fix things. The government is there to take money from people and deliver it out to somebody else.
Right. That's it.
Do you know who the biggest drug runners are?
The government.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've always been.
And the CIA.
What's his name? Charles Manson about that. Let him tell you about that.
Oh yeah,
He'll be sitting there.
His CIA funded LSD experiments.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that. Y'all ain't finna keep doing this shit to me. I'm gonna do it to somebody else.
Well, yeah, and that's, you know, he surprised the shit out of them because they were like wanting to see what he did when he was fucked up. And he's like, no, I'm going to give this to other people and make them do shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's another reason why, like I said, this country needs a whole reset. When I say reset the Constitution, I say reset education. I say, you know, that's one thing. And that's another reason why people are tearing down statues across the country, because they're understanding the real truth. And that's what needs to be put out, because you keep going through school and understanding, hey, you're learning certain things this way and you're not learning the entire truth. And then even one point was talking about taking away, like, should we keep doing Thanksgiving? I was like, I don't know. We should keep having Thanksgiving or not. because the entirety of its truth, the truth behind it is kind of like, I would say if you're going to do it as a family, like name it family giving or something like that. But,
I kind of look at it like in itself, it's become a lot more about what are we thankful for than about pilgrims fucking over Indians with smallpox blankets.
But don't we celebrate the things that we conquer? You look at the Redskins.
I don't. Personally, I understand that that's initially what the holiday is about.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I guess it's more about what's your personal tradition and what you're doing it for and why. Because there again, if we break down Christmas, well, okay, Christ was born in the summertime in the desert.
Exactly.
Okay, so where'd the fucking pine tree and all the shit come from? Well, that's all pagan shit.
Of course.
All the baubles on it were fucking mushrooms.
And there's another thing, too, where people really find out what they were doing on that day.
So, like, you know what I mean? Story. But there again, if you're trying to celebrate your religion, and that's the way your religion celebrates it, and you want to continue doing that, by all means. Some people celebrate it just because it's a really nice day to give gifts to other people and share in family and what have you, and they're not very religious at all.
Well,
right? So again, yes, Thanksgiving originally was a holiday that celebrates conquering, but I don't know that they necessarily, because wasn't it originally the dinner with the Indians to celebrate this new land and what they were thankful for, and they had gone from this oppression.
That's what I read in the history books growing up.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
figured
saying.
out it was based on a massacre. I'm not sure how that is accurate, but me growing up, it's just having dinner with the Indians.
So and again, I'm no expert on this. I have heard that that there was a lot going on back and forth that makes it difficult. From what I understand, when the settlers first got here, they were buying land from the Indians, and the Indians were selling the land hysterically because you can't own land. To them, that wasn't a concept. So they would take pelts, blankets, food, medicine, different things, liquor, for the sale of land.
Herb.
And they took it knowing in their minds that you can't own land, right?
Right.
And then when the settlers decided, well, we're going to protect this land, then they were like, well, what do you mean? We can't be on it. It's land. Well, but you sold it to us. Well, yeah, we sold it to you. Okay, so it's ours. Well, but you can't own it. Well, then why'd you sell it to us? And then conflict would ensue, right? So, I think there were a lot of misunderstandings. I think there was definitely, as white people normally do, there's an entitlement. We just deserve this. We deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to say, but, there were certain tribes that were incredibly friendly. There were certain tribes that were not. I mean, they killed other tribes. They, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of crazy shit that happened back then.
But but you can't, like I said, it's just the fact of it's just the truth and origin of where things came from is can't be ignored anymore. I mean, like I said, and I feel that honestly now, even though we got another old ass president, we need to stop getting these old presidents.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. Biden is one stroke away from dementia.
Look at the options that you had on the Democratic side.
Mm-hmm.
Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang. There were a lot of young, progressive.
I would have voted Will Smith in. I would have even went for Gary Busey.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just so tired of these old people being president. But there again,
this is where I have an issue. Any one of those other people would have been way better candidates than Biden.
Right.
Why was Biden pushed through?
Money.
Control.
I don't think they think he's competent to run the country It's gonna be a lot of underhand, backhand stuff going on.
That, or it'll be, Harris taking over when he's deemed unfit. And she and Nancy can declare that, I guess, whenever they feel like it.
She's a whole nother monster too. It's a whole nother monster, man.
Which?
Yeah.
Which? No. Which one?
Come on now, Harris. Come on now.
Oh well, I know, but they're both.
Yeah, they are, but that's a whole nother. They're a whole nother monster by itself. Like I said, like people don't understand. They fall for the biggest trick of all. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I love my people in general, but most of all, people don't understand the biggest trick of all. It works the same way back in history long ago. Hey, if I need to speak to your people, I can't come down there, but I will get somebody who looks and identifies with you to make you believe in what they're saying, so I can get you in, or get your vote, or get your numbers. This has been the same thing for years, and by the time we realize it, it's always too fucking late. And that's why I say to myself, I'd rather stay by myself, to myself, and just, if I could, I would move to like another part of the world and just live there and eat nothing but peanut butter sandwiches. That would be my life.
Why do you think I bought a house in the woods all the way out? So I got all the privacy I need.
So no one would hear you scream when Erica beats you?
Well, we record that, so plenty of people will get to hear it.
All right.
And see it.
I mean, that's your life. I mean, damn that black sheep, I tell you.
Got that OnlyFans page coming up.
Shit. You got OnlyFans? I was going to unveil my foot to the world. Not slowing around.
You're gonna have a you pick the instrument contest. And
oh my god!
Viewers can send in emails about what I should use. It's gonna be great.
God, yeah. When it comes, what should I use? You're gonna say, use the drumstick. Use the drumstick. There's only one place you can put it.
The back end of the acoustic guitar.
Oh shit!
Open wide.
Oh god!
You really thought this through, ain't it?
Oh god! The next thing
we've tried that.
Yeah, I'll be doing a show by myself. Like, yeah, Carl's not in.
Tried. We succeeded with that.
Oh god! Jesus. Well, that caught me off guard. It's too funny.
There's an awkward silence there. I just wanted to let it breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, I understand that. That's just
You were thinking about how like my farts came out like a wind tunnel, just like.
Oh Jesus! Now I understand why your group was called the Boom Church for a whole nother reason.
That's right.
Oh my God, man! I tell you, man. It has truly been a long time since we have done this, and people don't understand. Like this is one guest of many to come. Like, people have been asking to come up here, and just not because they just want to be in the show, but just because they want to roast me. They want to destroy me on this camera, and he's going to allow it to happen. He's such a shitty friend for that. So
yeah.
Fuck you.
I am. I'm a pretty shitty friend.
Yeah. Now he's great though. He's great. This is, like I said, a really great set. People don't understand like the time, the work that's went in this, and the thought. I mean, and he's thought of everything ahead of. There's stuff that y'all can't even see that he's thought so ahead of. Like we haven't even done everything yet on here. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, this is actually the editing setup as well. So everything flips around, and we can pop all the editing software on the TV here and rock and roll from the comfort of our seats.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That is right, man. I tell you. Gosh.
Now, I'm not going to promise that they're going to be every week religiously. Still got day jobs. It is what it is.
Yeah. That's why we ask y'all to like subscribe and comment good things.
But we are going to work on getting the turnaround down to a shorter amount so that we can get some stuff where it's still relevant when we're turning it around.
Exactly, and at the same time, once again, we're going to try to do it, just kick it out and just have fun with it, Yeah, that's all we can do.
I definitely want to come back because I had a lot of fun. It's a lot different. You see things on TV, but actually being here, oh man, it's just all of this world, man.
It's pretty cool.
You guys are doing real good. So guys, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah. Oh, you'll definitely be back. Hopefully you won't be raspy.
Yeah, over here talking like Jeezy and everything. Just hey, Hey, the prairie dog. Hey, hazy nut. Hey, got some super friends in the Legion of Doom, and they blow. I'm playing. I'm stop. But yeah, we thank y'all just for just waiting on us. For all the loyal subscribers, we thank you for sitting there. Even though half the time Haywood was like looking at me like, "What the hell? I can't watch anything because y'all ain't putting out shit." So we got some shit today. We appreciate it. Comment, subscribe. I mean, just leave any kind of comment, and also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Definitely follow us on Facebook. I'm saying all these names and stuff like that, but when I'm not gonna get like the little thing to pop up. No.
I was actually thinking to myself, I'm gonna put the Instagrams up.
He's gonna put the old looking pictures up there now, but Instagram, YouTube, please definitely comment, subscribe. I mean, and even go to the other channels which are for the audio. I can't remember them all, and this is when I pass this to you.
Yeah, so we've got iTunes, we've got Google Play, we've got Spotify.
What he said.
Yeah. SoundCloud.
That's right. All of it.
The majors.
Yeah, just do it. Definitely go by and leave comments, because once again, we are back, and we're back and better than ever.
Oh yeah.
Unscripted.
Yeah.
Unscripted.
All right, everybody. Appreciate it.
See you. Peace.